Yo, 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 what's going on out there, man? Everybody, Black Compass Media, back with another one, special one. I'm back at it again. I know it's been a little bit of hiatus for these things right here that we doing, but here with the new battle rapper spotlight, showcasing the latest and greatest of talent all throughout, you know what I mean, throughout the entire country, the world, or whatever, in the focus of battle rap, you know what I mean, the rising stars and things like that. And with me is a guy from the West Coast. Shout out to the Western Conference. Everybody that's out there. Big fan of this dude. Like what he's doing. Like his work. He has a recent battle with FETTICUINE that just dropped. Check that out. Without further ado, Young Griz. Young Griz, what up, bro?
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Black Compass, what up? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it, Tony. Good looking, bro.
Listen, man. Listen, this is long overdue. You know what I'm saying? Because let me just start here, and I'm gonna say When I was young, early hip hop moments, not non-music moments in hip hop, was the Source Awards, where, you know, the East Coast, West Coast beef going on. You get Andre 3000 that steps up and he says, the South got something to say, right? In the middle, Outkast getting booed. That's what happened, right? So that's one of my earliest hip hop memories. And I draw parallels between that and what's happening with the West Coast now. Because shout out to my man Nico. He told me a year ago that this was going to happen. This is one of the best years of West Coast battle rap that I've seen. And I think that the resurgence of the young guys, not just the Gottis and the B-Dots and Nitties and so on, but you got yourself, you know what I'm saying? You got the Spot out there. You got Ron Compton out there. Y'all doing y'all goddamn thing. So, yeah, I mean, let's just start there with the West Coast and how you feeling about the climate right now.
I think that covers it. Like the new guys the guys that haven't really been in the spotlight, a lot of us are getting those performances that got people talking. So I think that the climate is good. It's looking like we're going in the right direction. And, the respect is coming with it. Like it's starting to look like it's starting to balance out. We still got work to do, but, it's starting to balance out for us.
Right. Right. And we going to get to that work. And, because I seen years ago, 2 years ago, the battle with you and Gotti, right? Like that we had these things happen, you know, a long time, and y'all did some battling in between, you know, all of y'all in the conference and whatnot. But what got you started in this? Did you start at LA Battlegrounds or AHAT? What was how did Griz get into this thing?
Man, I started. There's a smaller league out here in the IE area, out here in SoCal called Casual Conflicts.
IE Inland Empire, right? That's
Inland Empire. Yeah,
you gotta be careful with me, Griz. I'm a East Coast nigga. I'm a Yankee. I don't know.
I'll be forgetting, man. I'll be forgetting. Let me keep it. We about 45 minutes from LA. So they got a smaller league. I had a homie of mine who was battling, and he kept having his opponents no show. Mm-hmm. So he asked me, because I used to do mixtapes, and I was part of that whole the doing that whole circuit out here. So he asked me to come to an event and do one just so that he knew, because he knew I would show up. And then the nigga no-showed me. So then I ended up the nigga no-showed me like 2 straight events. So I ended up just taking like a little tryout battle, 2-round, 90-second bullshit ass battle. Wasn't happy with my performance at all. And then from there, I've been hooked. And I was about a year and a half before the Gotti battle.
It was a year and a half before the Gotti battle that you was already putting your foothold in this stuff. Was the music what got you into it, or how did, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we was doing, you know, back in the day, niggas had Fruity Loops and was making mixtapes for high schools out here. So like we was pushing little $5 mixtapes, me and my boys, at all the high schools back when we was in school. Mm-hmm. And then fresh out of that, we started doing shows and shit like that.
Okay.
And then I took a little break from that for a minute, to kind of get my life together, take care of my son. And then when I got back into it was through battle rap.
Right.
And that's where we at now.
That's what's up. And I can commiserate. Every black man has a time where he's at least thinking like, rap? I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things, right? You go through these different phases.
Exactly.
So it was a young, it's somewhere out there, there's footage of high school young Griz spitting. And what did that sound like? What was going on back then?
Man, I won't say I sounded like I do now. You know what I'm saying? All of us sounded kind of like Lloyd Banks and Dipset.
Yeah, let's get to it.
We was coming up during that, you know what I'm saying? In the early 2000s.
Right.
So I mean, we had our own little thing going, even through sounding kind of like them, but we was all doing like stealing beats off of hiphopbeats.com and shit, and just putting together these little tapes and handing them out and doing parties and shit like that.
Yeah, no, that's
and
what's
then that
up.
Just kind of and then that just spawned out from there. So yeah, there's definitely there's mixtapes. If you dig deep enough, you'll find like old ancient mixtapes and shit like that online for me.
Nah,
that are absolute garbage now.
I was about to say, Griz, keep it real. I know them shit's
they're hot garbage, but that's all right. Hot garbage. I'm not garbage now, so that's all I care about.
Right. Yo, that's crazy. So I seen something in the Fetty battle, which we'll get to, but you from New York. You was born in the Bronx. How did you move over to the West later? You know what I'm saying?
I was here go to Griz couldn't make it in New York, so he moved to Cali. I was 7 years old when I moved to California. I was born. I still have family in the Bronx. I'm from Castle Hill. You know what I'm saying? I was out there every summer playing basketball tournaments and shit. But my growing up, you know what I'm saying? Fuck my first bitch, had my first fight. All that was in Cali. So I'm from Cali, but I was born in New York, and I still got fam out there. So it's all love whenever I'm out there.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way. I was born in Houston, but I moved up to Rochester, New York when I was 4. So I was like, yeah, niggas be like, oh yeah, what you know about the H-Town? I'm like, nothing, nigga. I'm from Rochester. I don't know.
Exactly. It's like, yo, I'm from, I got family. Yeah, like I love it. Like I love New York. I love going back. I love visiting my people out there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm from here. Like I can't say I'm from out there. I got in all my trouble out here. So
yeah. And okay, so we get to the battling. We start battling regularly. What is the home league? Because you're everywhere. I mean, I see you all over the West Coast leagues. Are you the AHAT, LA Battlegrounds? Where's the anchor dropped for Young Griz?
So the league, it was Casual Conflicts, and then Casual Conflicts did like a year where they just went away right after I started rocking with AHAT. So my home league is AHAT.
Okay. All right. Shout out to AHAT. I fuck with AHAT. AHAT to me was always interesting because, like, you talk about, like, because I'm more of if I had to choose, I'm more of an LA Battlegrounds person. But AHAT, to me, between AHAT and LA Battlegrounds, sort of like Coliseum and We Go Hard. And I know you've battled at these different places as well. What does it feel like early, you know what I'm saying, AHAT, when you drop your hat in the ring before the West is getting all this clout like they have now? How was that? Can you walk us through that scene? Like, how did that feel when you see early Gotti, you know what I mean, early Yak the Ripper? Like, how was that?
So when I first got to AHAT, we were like the first wave of people after all of the dudes from the Million View AHAT had left. So this is after like Nove and Fats and all those cats had kind of stopped battling. Yeah. And they were trying to put shit back together. And they still had a couple of guys from like the newer guys like Scheme, and you know, Dre was still floating around in Cali. And we had it separated where it was like Cali had their branch and then Vegas has their branch. So there was a lot of it was kind of fresh. Like all of us were coming in and really putting like kind of building this whole new shit, just us. And that first wave, the niggas that they brought in when they brought me in, that was like, it was me and Fix and Plex and Gotti, Ron Compton, L.I. the Mayor. Everything. We all came in all at the same. We was doing the next events, which is like their version of the PGs, like the lower level of AHAT. We were all doing those battles together.
Okay. So it was. But how was it existing in the shadow of that? Because I frequent the small leagues in New York, and man, the refrain used to be, bruh, as soon as y'all could just let us rap and stop comparing us to DNA and K-Shine and Hollow and so on, we'd be much better off. But you coming in that second generation on some LA shit, how was that? Like, was y'all constantly being prepared?
It was exactly this. It was exactly the same. The difference was a lot of those guys kind of hung around and kept telling us that we weren't good enough to rock with them. So that was the motivation was different because they, unlike a nigga like DNA, like DNA's not coming to the smaller league events all that much to tell you I'm DNA and you're not. We was having to rap in front of Nove and listen to Nove tell us afterwards that we suck.
Right.
Even though we really didn't. We were actually having like really good battles. But we had to listen to the guys from before us down talk us while we were trying to come up. So,
damn, that's crazy, son. Like, what?
The grind was crazy. Like, you look at the guys that are coming now. Like, we really had to beat each other up for a year and a half, 2 years to even start getting the battles that we getting now. We've all battled each other.
Did that train you? Did that make you war ready? I like that model. I'm gonna be honest, but did that train you for that next step? Did that make you hungrier, or do you feel like that stifled maybe a little bit of growth that you maybe could have benefited from some mentorship? Like,
I think it's a double-edged sword. Like, I think it did. It definitely, it definitely puts a different type of fight in us. Mm-hmm. But I know a lot of us would like to have some of those battles back to do now.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we could go back and get me and Gotti now versus when we did it, that battle would be stupid.
Yeah,
that battle would be off.
That would be crazy. That would. But it's good to go back on that. At the same time,
at the same time, like, we both needed that battle when we did it. Like, it was perfect timing for both of us. We was both kind of on the come up. I had just had like my first real big AHAT battle. Gotti was starting to was getting like some real traction over it at the Riot and in AHAT, and it was perfect timing. So like, we would love to have those type of battles now, but we're not mad at we at the same time, we're not mad about it because we know like where we at now is that we're in a good spot right now.
Right. And I think growth wise, because I do my preparation coming into these things, and I go back and I revisit the battles I felt like stood out. And growth wise, man, wow. Vet, you talk about you've added some things to your game that I've seen, you know what I'm saying, compared to what you was doing with Gotti, and there's definitely a lot of growth there. You know what I'm saying? The aspects of your game that I feel like you stepped up. Like, to me with the Gotti joint, I don't know why, but you was heavy scheming, and it was drawn out. Like, it was heavy. Like, it was a lot to it. Like, it was maybe a little too much. Whereas with Fetty, we incorporate the jokes, a little bit more comfortable up there and things like that. Was it things that you felt like you needed to work on in order to get to the next level? What were those things, if any?
Yeah, I think there's always stuff for me to work on. I still think there's stuff for me to work on. Mm-hmm. From then, like, watching it back, I was way too drawn out. I was taking my time a little too much. Where I was feeling a little comfortable in that battle again. This is fresh off of me starting to get some traction in AHAT, so I was feeling myself a little bit. And I think now, I'm just a little more, just trying to get to it, give more content.
Right.
As opposed to trying to draw everything out and emphasize. I was just too slow, to get into everything. And now I'm starting to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's good. Because in this day
without
and age,
losing that, though, because I think if I start rapping fast, then it's not me anymore.
Right. I couldn't. So it's a balance, right? Because you want to get your point across, but you also don't want to be too front door with the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a balance that you got to strike. But I mean, in terms of like, okay, now we at a point now where I've seen you battle New York a couple times. You know what I'm saying? You running the East Coast circuit. You doing the PGs. How did you get to that point where you start battling on the East and you catch the ear of the guys at URL? Like, how did that come about as well?
So me doing that first joint with, I think the clutch battle was really the one that kind of set shit off for real. I had PGs before that. One got dropped on another channel, and then the battle with Yak that wasn't all that great. But once the clutch battle happened, I think people started to kind of take notice. Okay. And the Craig Lamar battle, we had all of the cats who had come out for Traffic in the building.
Right. So a whole new set of eyes on that. Yeah.
Right. So there was already kind of the, hey, Griz is cool. Like, we saw him against Clutch and he did his thing, and that battle the numbers did well. Like, there was some attention. And then the Craig battle happens, and Steams is in the room. I think Beasley was in the room, and there's some people that saw what I was doing. Okay. And that led to, hey, we want to bring you out here to rock and see how it looks over here.
Nah, that's
so I think just getting to do it in front of different people out here. Honestly, just the fact that I kind of got lucky, got to have a good performance in front of the right eyes.
Right. the stars have to line up a little bit sometimes with this shit. I don't know why it's like that, but it's like everything just has to be right. You know what I'm saying?
It really is. There's so much battle rap, man. There's a billion leagues now, so trying to be noticed is tough. So when you're having these crazy performances and nobody's seeing them, it's like, how do you tell people that it's fire?
Yeah. Yeah.
That URL West PG program they got over there, that it's helped a lot of people because of that. Because we get to do it in front of a different audience. Now we get the bigger audience that gets to peep. Some of the people from the East Coast and from the South are coming out they want to come to Cali, because who doesn't want a vacation in Cali for the weekend?
Exactly. Shit. That good ass read out there.
Man, come out here in the middle of December, and it's 85 degrees outside and it's sunny. Mm-hmm. And the weed is good. They want to come out here. So some niggas is out here. So they'll come out here and it's love, and they get to see some of the talent out here showcase.
Right.
And we're getting that
before. So I do gotta address you on that that I didn't appreciate that. I had some of that We Go Hard weed. It wasn't bad for sticks and like that was shady as motherfucker. Like, I'm like, damn, I done like a word.
Man, listen, I think they just passed me a dud, man. I'm gonna take it as that. Man. You know what I'm saying? Every once in the blue, you know what I'm saying? We're running low. We gotta dig in that weed at the bottom of your bag. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't the one. That wasn't it.
Exactly. You know what though? You mentioned something I think is super important. Initially, when I saw URL West, I was immediately pissed off, because I was like, when you put West on it, now you've qualified it and sort of delegitimized it in a way. But now it seems like there's so much respect on the West that, you know what I mean? Now it kind of stands out on its own. Like, it actually ended up being a good thing. So when you initially saw it was going to be a URL West, what was your thought? Did you plan on it being what it became, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you know?
I think a lot of us, you know, we're all kind of independent contractors. So I think more than me, it was just the opportunity to be on that channel. And to us, we didn't really think that was something that was going to happen anytime soon, if at all, outside of like actually going to New York and trying to, you know what I'm saying, do these leagues like We Go Hard and try to get booked over there. Like, there really wasn't a way to do that over here.
Right.
We were all kind of stuck being on the RIOT, being on A-Hat. Not that that's a bad thing, but everybody wants to do this and be on URL.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And there really wasn't an opening for that for a long time. So it was more just the opportunity to be on the channel than anything. Mm. So a lot of it started as an opportunity, and it's something it started as after we did a couple of events, it started to become like, hey, like we kind of got something going over here.
Yeah.
And we got a cool little roster of people that we using on a regular basis that is whether it is one or not, we look like a unit kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. It does look unified over there for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It looks like we all out here riding for each other. So, and it's all love. So yeah, I mean, it's turned into something totally different. But when it first started out here, it was just an opportunity that we really didn't have before to be a part of the URL, which all of us were excited for. I think we still hyped up for it too.
Right. Yeah, because it's a good environment, and I think it's getting a lot of respect on the East Coast, and I think y'all kind of had us fucked up a little bit in the East, man. We respect the real shit. Our image of the West Coast is the Dickie suits and West Side Connection and Corrupt and Daz and shit like that. That's what we wanted to see represented. That's why Gotti gets so much love out here, because he's bringing that shit on a you know what I'm saying, like, and keeping it authentic with the bars. Now, I watched you battle my man Sinfleet. Shout out to Sinfleet. You beat the dog shit out of this nigga, yo.
Shout out to him, man.
Bruh, what? I slapped the shit out of Sin like black pastors giving anointment. I'll put dogs on Flea. Now it's opposite day. This what we doing? This what we do when we come to the East?
Yo, that was the most fun fucking battle, and that room was rocking. Like, that. The shout out to Coliseum, man. Cali, man. I shout out to them niggas is family. Okay. Nah, that battle was fire, man. I knew, like, I want to say that that was my first time in New York.
Really? That room right there was your first. You a brave man. You are a brave fucking soul for that.
That was my first time getting to battle in New York. My first, the East Coast joint with Prophet was in Virginia. And before that, and then me and Bangs was after that. So no, me and Simply was my first time getting to rock in New York. So I really, like, I know going out there, you can't play. Like, that's the Mecca.
Yeah.
It's the Mecca. At the end of the day, it's the Mecca. And you know what I'm saying? I couldn't go out there and die. I had to have some shit. So I'm glad it translated. It should translate.
It translated very well. You know
what I'm saying?
Bruh, when if I put this bullet where your hairline start, like, bruh, I had to pause it. I was dead. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Cause you know what the thing about it is though, is I really feel like when people, you know, come to the East, they really feel like, yo, I gotta prove, like, I'm one of them dudes, you know what I'm saying? I still got that. But you didn't expect that type of reaction that you got. I mean, I could tell by the way that everybody was grabbing on you and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you think going into that? You're like, damn, I'm leaving.
Even worse, like, we were right after Next in Swag. And Next in Swag drained the room. Like, they went crazy. They were screaming after every line. And there was no break. It was like that battle ended and went straight to me and Simply. And I was like, yo, they're going to be dead by the time I get rapping. Like, I thought it was a rap for me, honestly. But now the second, like, that crowd is live, man. That crowd, I recommend, man. Them is my people. So, like, I recommend anybody who goes to New York, like, that crowd is crazy. The We Go Hard crowd is crazy too. Like, both of those leagues are lovely to be in that room.
Right.
So no, they show crazy love, and yeah, once the first line hit, I was like, all right, we good.
Yeah, we got it. We straight now. Yeah, if that's what they fucking with, then we good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was definitely worried, and then right after they reacted to the first line, I said, all right, we solid. We good. We good to go.
No, that's dope, man. It's dope to see that. It's dope for you to be able to travel and kind of hit these different destinations. Is it? I mean, have you done the Midwest though? Have you hit the Detroits or guerrilla warfares or danger zone battle leagues or anything like that?
The Midwest is kind of the next stop, hopefully. I have not gone to any of the leagues out there. I've been up and down the coast over here. We Go Hard, Coliseum over there. And then I was in Texas. I was in Dallas recently.
Okay.
That's like, I'm trying to move around. Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying, until there's different ways to kind of build your profile in this shit. And right now I'm at that spot where I get to travel around and see new places, and I get to actually be in front of some of these crowds and rock so that they can get in tune.
Right. And on the different ways to promote yourself here, I see we have the branding with the bucket hat. I don't want to see you not rapping a bucket hat. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that matter, my man. Like, so are we gonna get the "Don't Let Me Talk to You Like That" T-shirts? What are we doing, Griz? Griz,
there's merch on the way, man. There's definitely merch. Merch is coming. Probably at the top of the year. Okay. Bucket hats, I have to wear them now because they get. Niggas press me when I show up at events and I'm not rapping and I have baseball caps on.
Yeah, you coming with a fitted, we over. Like, I'm gonna be mad. I'm like, yo, you not Young Griz until you get it. Like, nah, bro. Like, what we doing?
Yo, I started wearing these shits on accident.
A word? It was an accident, totally unplanned. How did? Yeah, I gotta hear this story.
Totally unplanned. We had an event. This is a hat, my first joint in Vegas, and I had a baseball cap, like, embroidered, like I had stitched our little crew name on the front of it, and they fucked up the stitching. So, like, the top of the hat was kind of twisted off into, like, it had like a little knot on the top that looked ugly as shit. And this is us going to Vegas. We're gonna be chilling by the pool. I had bought a little cheap bucket hat to have for the trip, just because I knew we was gonna be out in the sun all day long. Because weather out here is a little different.
Right.
So when I got to Vegas is when I pulled the hat out of the bag and I noticed that the stitching was fucked up. So I had to wear the bucket hat because my hat was fucked up. And then I had the best, and that was my best performance to that time. That was the best I had cooked. So somebody in the crowd said it's the bucket hat during my round.
What? And you like, yo, on some baseball shit. You like, you know what I'm saying? Because I actually,
yeah, it's like maybe that's it. Like, yeah, exactly. Just like baseball. Like, okay, I can't. Maybe I got to do that now,
bruh.
And the next battle, I tried wearing a baseball cap, and somebody asked me why I didn't have one on. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Okay.
I said, okay. So I guess I'm wearing it all the time now. That's the
thing. you and Schoolboy Q, the two bucket hat. You know what I mean? West Coast and all that. It makes it. It works. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Ill Will too.
Yeah. Ill Will rocks that too. But as far as branding and getting yourself out there, like, how do you plan on continuing to remain relevant outside of when you touch the stage?
I think that's it's just bringing a lot of the other things that I do. Like, I do want to get back and try to put some type of product out this year. So there'll probably be a project by the summertime. Okay. And I think and the brand and the merch is definitely coming. I think the slogan is kind of taking off too. So I think niggas we got to push that a little bit more this year. And really just continuing to do what I do. Like, when I get on that stage, that's really, if I stop doing that, everything stops.
Yeah.
The second I stop cooking, I have a couple of duds in a row and all this shit don't mean nothing. I can wear as many bucket hats as I want. I could buy 30 bucket hats. It doesn't matter. Nobody will care if I start getting smoked out here. So
that's a fact.
It's just I'm gonna keep on showing up, keep on being prepared, and start giving y'all some other shit to get excited about.
So 2 questions in. Now the first question is on now battling often. How much is too much for Griz at this point in your career? Are you taking every battle, every situation? Are we being more selective now? You know what I'm saying? Just how are you walking through, like, who you take? Because now that just seems to matter more than anything. It does. So, like,
I want to say I'm being more selective, but I think I battled like 10 times last year, so I can't even say that either. Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's weird for me because I really love being on that stage. So saying no to battles when they're any kind of interesting is hard for me to do. The second I hear a name and I'll sit down for like 5 minutes and I'll think of a couple of ideas and I'm like, all right, I want to do it. So it's tough. I have to be even more selective this year because I think we're at a different point now.
I think so too. If I could interject, I definitely think so too. Right. Your name is you're more notable. People know you from the circuits. People seeing you fuck people up. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more respect. But over time, it's like, man, you end up being more selective, and when you do that, you face people more likely that you want to face. Who is on the Young Griz kill list? Who needs to get the fuck up out of here? What's up?
So I put a post up. I put a tweet out of guys I wanted to battle this year. All the big names. I think all of us got the same kind of big names that we all want to battle. The JCs and the Chillas, and you know what I'm saying, we all kind of want to battle the same guys. The guys that are known for writing and coming up with like slick shit. We all kind of got the same goals as far as who we want to battle.
Right.
But like the near future, like I'm more interested in battling the guys that are going crazy and they're not seeming to get the same love, kind of the same way I am, I feel. We're going crazy and we're not getting those big opportunities for whatever reason. Like, I want to rock with those guys. I want those because those guys are hungry. Those are the dudes that are going to get in there and fight. And that's who I want to battle. So like the guys like Luke Castro been calling me out, been trying to battle me for the last 6 months.
That's
even
fire.
Asking for a minute. I think that would be fire.
Yeah.
I think me and our streets is overdue. Mm-hmm. I think out here on the West, me and Stewie is overdue.
Definitely.
God, who else did I have on here? Those are the three that stand. Those are probably the three that stand out, though.
Okay. No, that's what's up. That's what's up. And I like that you said I want to take the people that's working. I think a lot of battlers are starting to adopt that mentality. If you working, I'm trying to take you niggas who working, not, you know what I'm saying, show up every once in a while, don't know what you're gonna get type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like that's gonna create the best battle for you, like the best performance, if the other person is as hungry and as underrated?
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what I want. Is like I want those type of fights because I think that's what gets me going. That's that's part of what's kept me, just wanting to catch rec. And I think I would want to think that that's how a lot of other people think too. So like somebody like a R Streets who's fire and got to be on that stage, and it's been kind of quiet since then.
Yeah.
I want that sounds dangerous.
Right.
That's the type of smirk I want. I want niggas who when they put the flyer up, like, oh shit, Griz is probably gonna lose this one. That's what I want.
Okay. Yeah. And shout out to the chat too, because they in here, people watching and all that. Now I'm seeing Stewie versus Griz in Seattle. People fucking with that. I did see Don Marino and A Ward come up for you. Don Marino and A Ward. What do you think about those two names? Don Marino's been making his rounds and shit like that. Just had a battle with Jada Nightwing. You know what I'm saying? A Ward is just coming into the shits at URL. What do you think about those two brothers as potential opponents?
I would take both of those. Don is interesting because he just lost to Jay. And now, to get to battle me right after an L is one thing. I mean, I would do it. He's definitely been grinding, but I think he's got some things he's got to clean up. I mean, we all do, but I think he hasn't had one of those performances yet. It's crazy that he gets the attention and he does work hard for it, but I haven't seen him have a clean performance yet.
Not one clean performance from Don. Yeah, has he choked in each of his shows? Even the yeah.
Even if you look at the battles against the big names on like the smaller platforms, there was little hiccups here and there. Okay. And like in those bigger rooms, that counts. It counts a lot.
Right.
And I would want me and Don to be one of those if it was gonna happen.
Yeah, I think
A Ward is a different story.
Let's
talk. A Ward can catch it tomorrow.
Yeah. We just had A Ward on, and I told Ward, I was like, it's something about you that had people ready to just like yeah, he can sit down. So what is it about A Ward, bruh?
Because A Ward is nice. He's nice. A Ward is nice, right? He also has not been battling. He's been battling the other guys who are like bigger names, and that's cool. But he ain't been in there with nobody who's trying to scrap in a minute since like franchise. All his battles been these like showcase battles against big names, against top tier niggas. That's cool.
Well, what did you think about the Gotti battle? What did you think about that?
He was cooking. He cooked. Gotti freestyled all 3 rounds. That says a lot about what Gotti was doing. Now I don't like giving niggas passes for the nonsense.
Okay, I was about to say. Yeah.
I don't like giving passes. I don't like doing that either. Because I mean, it was as obvious as it was, it still counts. Right. And A Ward was good in that battle.
He was, and that's the part that I hate. And not even just on A Ward, bro. But I really want to see your perspective on this, right? Say if you just go in there and you say if they book you and Verb. Verb goes in there, 3 rounds, gives you whatever. You go in there and you give niggas 3 rounds of motherfucking work. I just hate the fact that you wouldn't get credit for the work that you just put in. That to me is whack. It's more like he lost rather than you won. What do you think about
everybody? When it's the bigger names, they always tailor it to who won or lost the battle, and then they give the bigger name an excuse when they lose. So like when I watch battles, I try to just watch and enjoy. I'll have my opinion on who won or lost the battle, but then I go back and watch it to see how each person did. Right. Like, is this a performance that I would want to see, on a bigger platform and in front of more big names? Like that's what I watch for. So watching A Ward is always fire. I'm not saying he's not. It's not me saying he stinks or nothing. I think A Ward is nice, but he also has not been nice in front of that type of pressure yet. He hasn't had to fight with somebody else who's hungry like him. Except for really the franchise battle that I can remember.
Yeah, franchise tried to he was showing some hunger. I think even with Real Deal and Taz, they wrote some shit for him. I don't know if they treated like a do or die, but in each of those battles, I thought he was excellent. You know what I mean? So I want to see what he's able to do.
He gets to be the guy. He gets to be the dude who's supposed to lose the battle in all of his battles.
Right.
I want to see him I want to see him on the other end of that.
Where he's a heavy favorite going up against a underrated guy. Like, okay,
against one of these guys on the come up, and now you gotta hold the crown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's easier to chase the belt. Everybody who says it's easy, it's hard to become the champion. It's harder to keep it.
Right.
I want to see him fight somebody who's not supposed to win, but who we kind of know is good enough to beat him.
Okay.
And let's see how he does in front of that type of smoke, because it is a little different.
All right. Let me ask you this, because I got some hot seat questions for Griz. Shout out to the people that's live right now listening to this.
Salute to the people.
If you guys are trying to jump in for Q&A later with Griz, let me know. Hit me on the Discord and all that. But I got some hot seat questions for young Griz. My first hot seat question for young Griz is top 3 in the West Coast currently right now. Top 3 battlers in the West Coast right now, according to young Griz, is who?
Top 3 on the West. Mm-hmm. Nitty, Gotti, and Denny.
In that order?
Maybe. Gotti and Nitty are kind of like interchangeable right now.
Okay.
I think Gotti's having the better year, but I can't rule out what Nitty is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Gotti's having the best year of anybody in battle rap this year.
Okay. All right, so on some
and West. That's me not naming myself and being a dickhead.
Yeah, it's not you. Yeah, of course. Obviously, every rapper puts themselves in the shit, but you're a nice guy, so you talking about everybody else. Cool.
I'm 1, 2, and 3 if you ask me tomorrow. But on here, yeah, it's Gotti, Geechee, and Denny.
Okay, so Geechee Gotti, runaway champion of the year, or what? Not runaway. Interesting.
I'm one of the believers that the K-Shine battle decides.
Why does the K-Shine battle decide if Gotti? They do the scripted schedule argument. The
K-Shine's been crazy, man. K-Shine has been crazy, and he's been on a bit of a tear to end the year off. Been on a tear, and it does so. There's the argument really comes down to Gotti's battle more. Gotti's got the champion in night battles. Does the A-Ward battle count?
Right.
Does it count? And if you don't count it, Gotti's a runaway.
Right.
He runs away with it. But then you go, okay, if it does count, K-Shine I don't remember him losing at all this year if he's lost a round, maybe two.
I think maybe 1 or 2, maybe.
I mean, and the last 2, his last couple been kind of nasty. The ab joint is kind of ugly. And I mean, not that we thought he was going to lose to Jay Mills, but that's a lot. That was a heavy pressure battle for him, and he took it and went crazy. It counts.
I think it does. But hold up. Because one of the arguments is that because Jay Mills ended up coming through and dropping just some bullshit, that now it takes out the power of that battle. What do you think about that?
K-Shine's rounds were written before Jay Mills ever said anything bad. K-Shine prepped his shit way before Jay Mills ever said anything. So K-Shine's performance would have beat a good. Jay Mills' first round was a decent Jay Mills round, and he lost it convincingly. Yeah. If Jay Mills would have been that for 3 rounds, he still would have died. It just got worse and worse as the battle went, but he still died.
Yo, watching that shit.
So it counts. It counts. And he hasn't taken an L or a loss. I think it comes down to this one. And so even if, let's say, Gotti's up by a lot, right? Gotti's up by a lot, but then K-Shine beats Gotti. Is Gotti up by enough to be able to say, I lost to number 2 and I'm still champion here?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Exactly. So I think this battle, because they got it booked and because K-Shine's done just enough to be like 2 or 3 on the list of if you're voting, I think this battle decides it.
Okay.
I got Gotti winning the battle, but I think this battle decides it.
Smack, if Smack calls your phone and says, "Young Griz, whoever you want, bruh. Whoever you want for a volume, who are you selecting?
Volume series, small room.
Volume series, small room, but big room almost because it's 1 million people watching on pay-per-view. So
right.
Who is Young Griz picking to jump in the room?
Volume series, anybody?
Yes, sir.
JC.
You sure
JC.
about that, Griz? You sure? I gotta raise my voice a couple octaves. You sure about JC?
I need the smoke. If we're gonna do it, I need all the smoke.
Okay.
And then cancel everything I have lined up because I need all the time I can possibly get because I already know what time it is.
Yeah. And you know the JC's actually it's interesting because I think what JC did with B Dot was a newer I had never heard him angle like that before for all 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
That was fire.
Okay.
That was a heck of a fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, small room series, the volume series type feel. Anybody, it would be him.
Okay. All right. This is unrelated, but it's also hot seat West Coast question. All right, hot seat West Coast question. Better West Coast group, Daz and Corrupt or a West Side Connection? What are you doing?
Daz and Corrupt.
You sure? Are you sure about? I literally just argued with a nigga about this, but yeah,
Daz and Corrupt, but it's close. I think it's close. Daz and Corrupt though.
Okay. Yeah, they was raw with it,
and that might just be my heart because I was a kid in the '90s.
Right.
And I think West Side Connection was kind of after them, so it's just me. I think Daz and Corrupt kind of. I grew up on Daz and Corrupt.
J Rock or Schoolboy? Yeah, I know. Yeah, nigga. Honestly, these are fresh arguments. Like, I gotta be honest. I just went to the barbershop and got my hair cut. This is what a nigga was arguing about. So
I got Schoolboy, not because of the hat, but I'm gonna take Schoolboy. Even though the album J Rock just put out was nasty. Right. And Schoolboy been kind of not around for a minute, so
that's true. I like J Rock's projects a little bit more than Schoolboy's. I just feel like Schoolboy as a rapper is impressive. That motherfucker had 100 different flows on one song, and it should all make sense.
That's right. As a guy known for his pen more than his other attributes. I kind of got to lean towards that too. So I think he's a better writer than J Rock. I think J Rock's projects have been a little more pleasing to the ear.
Right. Now on some Mount Rushmore all time, best rapper all time shit. I guess I could ask who is the GOAT, but I like to narrow it down to people. Right. If you got to choose between Verb, Arsenal, Lux. Who do you think is the best all time? Who would you call the GOAT?
Verb, Arsenal, or Lux? One of those 3.
Yes.
I would say Lux.
Wasn't expecting that.
I would say Lux. Right. I would say Lux. I agree. Really? Who were you expecting?
I was expecting Verb. Yeah, I was expecting you to say Verb because of because of the resume, because of who he kind of got the gauntlet going with the people that he's beat. But
the thing with Verb is Verb has been around during this more active era, and he's been more active in the. I want to say he's been more active in Arsenal too, because Arsenal's been active. And Arsenal was on 10 against Twerk.
Yeah, he was.
He was on 10. He was on 10, and that's the Arsenal. We get that Arsenal all the time. Maybe my answer is different.
Yeah.
But I think just when Lux comes back, it's an event, and he very seldom doesn't deliver.
Right.
I'd love to see where he didn't really to give us something to hold on to at the end of the battle. So
who do you?
I would say Lux. I think Lux is a good.
Who do you book Lux against next? If you're in charge of booking,
it would have to be Verb.
It would have to be Verb. Okay.
It would have to be Verb. I think it's there's always. I think it's either everybody's gonna say either Verb, JC, or B Dot. And I think Verb is the one of the 3 that makes the most sense. Okay. I agree. JC been the most vocal about it, and B Dot gets the comparisons, but I think Verb is the one he's the one with the clout to be able to say I deserve the battle more than you guys do.
Right. And I actually agree with that. I would just say my only caveat, you tell me if you agree or disagree, that has to be in St. Louis. That's my only caveat about that battle. What do you think about that?
I think that's interesting. I think Lux will fuck around and die in St. Louis. At least in the building. At least in the building. He'll fuck around and die in St. Louis.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Because my nigga Verb is going to have everybody he has ever met in life in that motherfucker.
Murphy Lee.
He's going to have everybody.
Jaquan, Chingy. Like, Chingy might flip the coin. Like,
all of the St. Louis rappers are there. Everybody from Verb's graduating classes in there. Everybody's coming. He is not about to let he talks so much about how much gas he gets, how much hate he gets in New York. And you give him Lux in St. Louis, he's going to make that room the most St. Louis ass room he could possibly make. That room is going to be St. Louis to death. They handing out Cardinals hats at the door. It's going to be bad. It's going to be ugly.
He said it's going to be the most St. Louis's room, like, over her, over there. Like, yeah.
Man, oh my God. They're going to do that shit in Nelly's backyard. It's going to be so bad.
Oh, man. Lux come to the battle wearing a damn Band-Aid. I'll be dead. You know how Lux is.
Oh, hey, Lux will do his whole first round with a St. Louis accent and win the crowd over, and then we'll have a fight.
That'd be crazy, yo. That'd be crazy. Yo. So Griz, listen. This is dope. I want to get some fans on real quick, some listeners, some people who appreciate what you've been doing, and kind of want to ask some questions, bro. If you got a little bit of time for us.
Yeah, dope.
All right, bet. I'm gonna start off with my man Q. My man Battle Rap Q. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, fellas? What's good?
Good, bro.
What's poppin'?
Yo, Griz, I just had like a quick question, my nigga, because I seen some of your battles, and I know some heads in the Discord or whatever probably they're not up on you yet. So, as a new battler, how you plan on standing out, yo? Because we got a lineup, bro, and there's a lot of guys that'll battle, and that's it. We don't hear nothing from them, or they just fall in that lineup like, all right, he's a new nigga, we don't give a fuck about them. So how you think you can stand out as one of the new battlers?
I think a lot of what a lot of people have been taking advantage of when it comes to like standing out right now is that if you get the right people to say you're fire, then you become fire. And I haven't got any of that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't gotten that. And still there's a little bit of traction around me. Okay. So I mean it's been going good just being able to rap good and just having good performances wherever I go. But a lot of it this year is going to be, taking less battles and focusing more on the branding, focusing more on getting merch out, focusing more on interacting with the fans. I've been ridiculously active on Twitter the last couple of weeks just to fucking get people to see, like, I want there to be a little bit more of a connection with me and the fans that are out there. So it's going to be a lot of that.
That's what's up. That's what I'm saying. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, because on the Discord, Tony, bro, we all talk about how, some battlers will come out. Y'all can have like a great performance, but we don't hear from y'all in like, a few months. And we're like, oh yeah, we forgot this nigga battle. So we hoping like some of the new niggas come out with some blogs, talk y'all shit, push it out on Twitter, like you said, so y'all could keep relevant. So we could keep looking for y'all.
Exactly. And then I've had that too. I've had the benefit of not really being inactive. The fact that I get to do West Coast events and get my shit out and I'm being seen a lot is helping. But that's not promised. It's not guaranteed that I'm going to be booked for 5 URL battles this year. You might see me on URL once or twice this year. So I have to do other things. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Travel. Definitely. Keep so being able to travel and show face in these other cities, being online more, doing these blogs, getting in front of the camera a little bit more. There's going to be a lot of that. So this shit's definitely going to be.
But remember, my nigga, you from the West, yo. You got Gang Geechee. You got niggas like Nitty. You got B-Dot, man. You got Danny. Like, that's going to be hard to stand out, bro. Like, I seen your battles and you cool. Don't get me wrong. I think you solid. But to be one of them niggas that we be like, yo, who we got from the West? That's gonna be hard to climb up that ladder, bro.
That's facts. And there's definitely gonna be. I have to make sure I don't sound like I don't talk or act anything like any of them. So it's definitely gonna feel different when you start seeing more of me. It's gonna be different, and it's gonna hopefully that'll be enough to make me stand out to you.
That's just we respect work, man. I would say one more thing though, yo. I'm not expecting you 2 years from now to join the group, son. I just want to throw that out, yo. I don't want to hear my man Griz on NWX or Griz on I don't know fucking Dot Mob, bro. Like real shit.
Talk to him, Q.
Do your thing,
Look,
man. We want to see niggas build their name and do it for the sake that you came with, bro.
Look, man, I came in this bitch trade barcode. I'm gonna be trading barcode. I done got a couple of offers. Shout out to the cats who hit me up. It's all love, but nah, because I need smoke. I don't want to join no groups because I need smoke, and I don't want none of these battles to go.
That's exactly what we mean, my nigga. Like we don't want to see no canceled out battles because niggas in the groups. So we want to see that fire, bro.
I got you.
All right, man. Salute, bro.
Definitely, I appreciate it.
No doubt. All right, that's my man, Battle Rap Q, Brooklyn, man. Brooklyn stand up. You know what I'm saying? He like, nah, none of that group shit. We ain't doing none of that, Griz. Nah. Especially, I be super man. I'm like, how come it's never none of the ass niggas in the groups? Like, it'd be all the nice niggas. Like, we want to see you battle these other motherfuckers. Like, we ain't got time for you to be in a group, bruh. What?
Man, it's first of all, man, leave Twerk alone, man.
Oh, yo.
Man, leave my man alone, bro. For one, man.
Shout out,
nah, man. It's really like getting in these groups. Like a lot of times they get in the group and then you see their profile jump.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you can't even be upset with guys joining the groups.
That's a fact. That's actually
I can't be mad. I can't be mad because a lot of the dudes that join these groups, they be like not quite popping, and they join the group and it's through the roof.
It's true.
And they go straight through the roof, and all of a sudden, they on the next big card.
I would argue that it's more the case that they join the group and get buried into obscurity than they join the group and they're popping. Like, yeah, it's an initial stimulus package, and then you just get overshadowed by the rest of the group. I think that it's an unfortunate consequence. I think
it's a double-edged sword because then there's those other people who don't join no groups, and then you don't hear from them anymore.
Right,
and they end up GOAT in 3 months. So how you want it? You want the guy to show up and at least be around for a little bit, and then kind of fade into the background where he at least got the opportunity to be seen. His price got to jack his price up a little bit, or he stayed dolo and he got to build for an extra year to get his name where it was supposed to be.
Right. And I got another one for you. I got my man Said, what's going on, bro?
What's good? What's good? Can you hear me?
Ain't nothing. Yeah, we hear you. We hear you loud and clear, bro. You on with Griz?
Salute. Hey, I got a question for you, brother. You said that you used to peddle CDs and shit back in your high school days or whatnot. All right, so if I walked up on you, at the grocery store or some shit like that, and you be like, you battle rap, and I never heard of you, what like 3 battles would you have me go check out?
What's my 3? So my 3 favorite of my battles for you to go peep.
Correct.
Okay, so the 3 battles I would say to go watch would be me and Clutch, me and Craig Lamar, and the third one is tough. Maybe me and Simply or me and Fetty.
I'm not mad at either one of those.
I would lean towards Fetty because it's the most recent. So I would say, see what I'm doing now. The Fetty battle, and I think that my two best performances aside from that are Craig Lamar and Clutch.
Dope. That's dope. Okay. I'm gonna have to check them out, brother. Also, I got one more question for you. What's your
all on URL? It'll be easy to find.
Okay, what's your 2019 outlook for your career, and like what possible like matches would you like to have?
The outlook 2019, if I'm not on a URL main stage before the year is out, it has been a failure. Wow. It's a failure of a year.
Wow.
The year didn't go. This year was a waste because there's really nowhere else for me there's nowhere else up from that.
And what's your...
That's a must. I need smoke. I need somebody respected on a big stage before the year is out.
And what's your like top 3 like dream matches you would like to have, within your career?
Within the career, just in general, until I'm done?
Yeah, until you're done.
I still think JC is one of them. And it's tough. Tough. JC is one. JC is one. I think Nitty is one.
I'm about to say you got to go up against one of the West Coast
Even though Nitty is my people, man, and Nitty rocks with me. He's been one of the guys that co-signed me. But I think there's a level of respect, and then there's a level of I need to smoke. So JC, Nitty, and man, that third one is a flip. You know what? Dream. You said Dream, so let's dream big then. Third matchup be Charlie Clips.
Clips. Okay.
JC, Nitty, and Clips. If I could book my career and get any 3 battles I want, it would be those 3.
Dope.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Yo, Sad, appreciate you, bro.
Nah, I appreciate you for getting me
out, bro. Salute. Hey, go peep that and hit me up on Twitter. Let me know how you feel.
Will do, sir. Be smooth.
Salute.
That's what man said. Yo, shout out to Sad. Sad definitely hit you up too. We keep the files over here, so when these things get talked about, we like, I remember when we you know what I mean, we chopped it up about this shit. You know what I mean? So I respect that. Even though you cool with Nitty and all that, he brought the stamp. Yo, I'm still looking for the smoke. I appreciate that. If more people had that attitude, we'd be in a much better place right now. Cool. I got one more for you. My man D Marsh. D Marsh, what up, bro?
Yo, what's happening?
What's going on?
You can hear me?
Yes, sir. You on live with Young Griz.
You clear.
Yo, what's good, Griz?
How we living, fam?
Man, coolin', man. I just watched you and Fetty maybe like 2 days ago, man. That joint was dope.
Salute, man. Much appreciated. Good looking out.
Yeah, I want to see you. I want to see you either battle Mac Myron or Drugs. How you feel about those 2 names? Yeah, like on maybe like a more legacy type shit.
I like both. I think Mac Myron is one of the most underrated niggas like in battle rap.
That's a
he
fucking
gets
fact.
No love, and he cooks every time, and he has that dry sarcastic humor that I fuck with because I got the same shit. So I think that battle would be fucking crazy. So yeah, that would definitely be one. If they hit me with that, I'm with that 100%.
Okay.
Drugs is interesting too. I like Drugs too. So I would take both of those battles. Like I'm not picky. That's part of my issue really, is that I'm not picky. And I'll take all these battles if it's somebody who I look at and go, yo, this nigga cooks. And that's enough for me to go, yeah, I'm with it.
That.
You know what I'm saying? So like the fact that I don't think either one of them, I think Drugs did the 1-rounder on Initiation out here, and that's really his only big main stage battle like that. That doesn't matter to me.
Right.
Like,
He did the 1-rounder.
I think they're both nasty. Yeah, he did the 1-rounder with Stewie, the last minute joint, where he was filling in for. I think he filled in for Snake Eyes for whatever reason that fell through.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Either way, like I think both of them are nice, and they both know how to work that stage. So yeah, that's the type of smoke that I want, is those type of guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's up, man.
Go ahead and hit your Twitter. You know what I'm saying? At URL TV, tell them niggas book the shit. And let's get it going.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Yeah, we got to see you on bigger cards, man. I'm tired of seeing, pulling up your battles on URL and them Jones saying PG. I feel like you passed that right now. So
I just want them to I just want a graphic. I just want them to put like I want the little banner joint where they got the cartoon picture of I want that. That's it. Why can't get one of these cartoons? There's 1,000 niggas in added me last week to make a cartoon picture of myself. Like, why can I get one of those on the URL page? That's all I want, man. So I hope so too. I think that's next. And nothing's locked in, but I would say that's the goal for me for this year, is to be on those bigger stages.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, keep grinding, my G.
Salute, man. Appreciate it.
Marsh, appreciate you, brother.
No doubt.
All right, no doubt, man. Shout out to everybody that's in here and everything like that. Like, as soon as I hit the Q&A, a bunch of people jumped in, wanted to ask questions and all that. You know what I mean? Griz has been nice enough to offer up his time to us, and I don't want to keep you any longer. You know what I'm saying? We got one more, but I kind of want to let you do your thing if you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if there's another question, by all means.
That's a bet. Black Roots, my man, what up, bro? You on right now with Young Griz? What's going on?
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. You live and direct.
What's cracking, Griz?
What's good, fam?
Hey, so I got one question for you. So, double pack. Technically, I got 2. Double Impact coming up soon. So, my first one is a dream 2-on-2. Just a pair of niggas that you've never seen do a 2-on-2, or that you have seen do 2-on-2 do together, who would you like need to see on the next Double Impact?
So if I could put two dudes to team up and just any two people to be a tag team.
Yeah, that you would feel like would be fire.
That's a good fucking question. That's a great question.
We come up here, we stump the guests. We do that. Yeah.
Man.
I got fire questions, bro.
See one thing that I've never seen too. Man, that's tough. I would say a team. Okay, let's say like JC and Iron. Like two dudes that pen and scheme a lot. I like to kind of feed off each other because most of the tag teams are like the guys that are the back-to-back punchers and they tag up.
Right.
Facts.
And it's not a lot of teams that are like the heavy pen guys that team up together because that's tough to do to like have these like real intricate ideas and then have another person with these real out of space ideas and then try to mush them together.
Right. I think the only team I've seen like had great pins together and we never saw them again was B Magic and Chiller.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
And like that was cool and like that worked okay. But it wasn't like they didn't go crazy like I figured they would.
Right.
Okay.
But I could see that. Yeah, I think they'd probably be the nearest thing to like to that. But I would want to see something like that where we get to see two pins, kind of like that gets to work together, like a JC or like I would say like a Lux and a Verb type tag team.
Okay.
Where
it's right. So my next question, and this is my last question. Mm-hmm. So Beasley hits you up, right? He said, Griz, we need you on Double Impact 3, but you gotta find your teammate. Whoever you want as your teammate, we're gonna book y'all. Who you picking up?
It's gotta. So the logical answer is Emerson.
Okay. Logical.
Because it's barcode over because it's barcode.
Right.
So
right.
That would be and I would probably be really high on the list of dream teams too. For me, would be me and EK. Okay. I think the clash should be dope. ZK is real serious, and I'm kind of a goofball, so we'd be able to play off each other a little bit with that. Where I get to crack jokes a lot and feed off of him being wild woke.
Right. Just real quick before you give your next answer, just going off of that answer, who would y'all? Knowing him, who do you think would be a good matchup against? As a 2-on-2. Let's just say of team ups that you've seen already.
Teams that I've seen already.
Yeah.
So like I think my favorite like real tag team aside from I think Gun Titles is the best tag team and is the best tag team. But my favorite tag team is probably Marvin Quest. So I think that would probably be who I would want to see.
Marvin Quest, man. Holy
I think they're
shit.
Wild underrated. So like I would say but then it's tough to do, and then I would partially wouldn't want to do it because they just battled Geechee and B-Dot, and that feels too much like that.
Right.
So I would say no Briz and T-Top.
Briz and Top. All right. Yeah, they would be tough though, because they performance heavy.
Their performance is crazy, exactly. But we get to give it take, and they did well against the last team that they battled that had pins. That's who battled B Magic and Chiller, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was the first one. That was on Double Impact 1, and then they faced I want to say Hitman and Verb.
Yeah.
Which that was trash.
Yeah.
But Roots, shout to you. I appreciate you for a couple reasons. You asked good questions, and you clearly got the R&B soundtrack in the background. I have no idea. Like, if you on your way to go get some ass, or you already got some ass, you just left the soundtrack on.
Nah, my man Root said, "Hey, baby, hold on one second, man.
I'm trying to set some shit up, bro, because I'm picking up my lady, and she already mad at me.
Oh, okay, so you got it already planned.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Man, trying to have the energy right there.
Great. He was like, man, I've been laying these rose petals out all evening, man. I need a minute. We had to press it real quick.
Nah, that's a fact, man.
Oh, man. Hey, yo, Roots, man. Good looking, bro. And I really hope she'll yell at you, bro. Like, I really do, man. You know what I mean? I've been there before.
Roots, man, I'm rooting for you.
my man Roots, yo. Shout out to Roots, man. You know what I'm saying? You know it's crazy when you playing the R&B on the way. to pick her up.
Yeah, my man is like, yo, I gotta get in the right mindset for what's about to happen in the car.
You know she gonna be on bullshit as soon as you come to pick her up. Like
she turning the music straight down.
Straight down. Like, yeah, we not
going straight to the volume knob. Hold on, no, you thought you was about to do.
Nigga, no crowd reaction, nigga. What the fuck you talking
None.
about? But nah, Griz, yo, I appreciate you jumping up here and talking to the people, letting the people know something about you. Even the people that already know about Griz and the battle scene, jumping in the mentality is great. It helps us as fans understand where you're coming from with certain materials, certain moves that you might make. Is there any projects or anything that you got on the horizon that you want to share with the people right now?
Nothing concrete yet. No real battles even booked either. Right now it's the end of the year, so I'm kind of chilling. Mm-hmm. The only project I say I want them to get, like, tell these niggas at URL stop playing with your boy.
Okay.
Let's like I need smoke and not even just URL, but just everywhere.
Right.
Just wherever y'all want to see me at, let it be known. Hit me on Twitter, hit me on Instagram, and let's make it make sense. Okay. Because I just want to be in fights. I love this shit. So I'm listening. I'm taking all offers. I'm listening to all offers. I want all smoke with the niggas I want smoke with the niggas y'all think are good. I want that. I want that type of smoke.
Talk that shit, man. Talk that shit. And Griz is ready. All niggas listening to this, league owners, all the people that be talking that shit on Twitter and all these groups. Griz is ready for the motherfucking smoke.
All that shit. What's the shit everybody doing right now? Ain't everybody like betting they betting they deposits and shit?
Yeah, they bet. Yeah, some deposit betting going on. So we down for the side bets. Shit, right? Yeah,
that's the new shit. Yeah, I'm with all that.
Okay, all right.
I'm with that type of smoke. Like let's do that.
That's what I'm talking about, Griz. Yo, one more thing before you dip. How can the people get in contact with you on the medias?
Okay. On Twitter, it's Young Griz Trade. That's Young with no O, Griz with one Z, and Trade, all one word, no spaces. Same thing on Instagram. I'm active on both. So if you hit me up, I respond. I hit you back. Like I'm that type of nigga. So yeah, I'm on. It's pretty much it's Young Griz Trade on everything. I think my Snapchat is a little different. But.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, Griz, man, appreciate your time, brother. You know what I'm saying? Keep repping for the West. Keep getting better. Keep working. Keep spreading the word, man. You know what I mean? Until next time,
salute,
brother.
Man. Thanks for having me. Salute to Black Compass, man. Trade that, Barcode, Western Conference, AHAT Cali shit, all that. Salute for having me. And good looking out, yo.
No doubt, bro. All right, Black Compass Media. We up out of here. New battle rapper spotlight, Young Griz. Peace.